Gold, it doesn't pay interest. It doesn't generate revenue. And yet, when markets tremble, when uncertainty rises, investors turn to gold. Because gold isn't just a metal. It's insurance. And right now, three powerful forces are shaping its future: the Federal Reserve, the Supreme Court, and the battle over tariffs. Let's break it down. When the Fed cuts rates, gold rises. Why? Because lower rates mean lower returns on bonds, on savings, and on yield-bearing assets. So suddenly, holding non-yielding gold becomes much more attractive. Plus, interest rate cuts tend to weaken the US dollar. And since gold is priced in dollars, a weaker dollar means higher gold prices. And let's not forget the mood. Rate cuts often come when the economy is slowing, or inflation is out of control, or markets are nervous. And when fear spreads, gold shines. The bottom line? Fed cuts creates tailwinds that pushes gold upwards. Strong, steady, and historically reliable gold rise. But what if the Fed doesn't cut? What if inflation stays high? The economy stays strong? And rates stay higher for longer? On the surface, that's bad news for gold. Higher real yields. A strong dollar. Less urgency to hedge. But, and this is key, gold doesn't always fall. Remember 2023? The Fed held rates at 5.5%. And yet, gold rose over 13%. Why? Banking crises is one reason. Geopolitical fires in Ukraine, Gaza, and the Red Sea ships sinking are the other reasons. Uncertainty brings the gold bugs out. And record central bank buying by China, India, Turkey, snapping up gold at a historic pace. So no rate cuts don't mean a crash. It just means that gold needs a different reason to rise. And right now, those reasons are everywhere. The Supreme Court factor, tariffs and power at single decision could reshape how trade works in America and send ripples through the gold market. Scenario 1, the court backs presidential tariff power. Imagine the court says, yes, the president can use national security powers to impose broad tariffs. Suddenly, new levies on Chinese goods. Universal baseline tariffs. Sector-specific duties on steel, chips, solar panels. What happens? Prices go up. Inflation risks return. Supply chains get shaky. Markets get nervous. And once again, investors look to gold. Not just as a hedge against inflation, but as a shield against policy chaos. Result? Gold climbs, even without Fed cuts. Scenario 2, court strikes down Trump's tariff. Now, the opposite of scenario 1 happens. The court rules. No, the president can't use emergency powers to impose sweeping tariffs. It is a legal setback. But not the end of the story. Enter Section 122, a little-known tool under the Trade Act of 1974. It lets the president impose temporary tariffs, up to 150 days. That is invoked during a balance of payments emergency. Could the administration use it? Absolutely. It's a stopgap. A bridge, while Congress debates new authority. Or while new trade laws are drafted. And during those 150 days? Markets don't see clarity. They see uncertainty. They see risk. They see more disruption ahead. So what do? They buy gold. The result? Gold doesn't crash. It wobbles upward. Volatile, nervous, but still climbing. Here is the final outlook. Gold ascends the staircase with shaky steps. So where does gold go from here? The long-term trend? Up, up, and upwards. But the path? Not straight. Not smooth. Think of it like climbing a staircase during an earthquake. Every step up comes from Fed rate cuts, inflation fears, geopolitical risk, or central banks buying. Every wobble comes from a strong economy, a hawkish Fed, or a temporary legal win. But the big picture? De-dollarization is accelerating. Global trust in fiat systems is eroding. And more nations are treating gold as strategic reserve, not just a commodity. So yes, if the Fed cuts, gold rises. If the Fed holds, gold may still rise, just more cautiously. And if the Supreme Court empowers tariffs, or forces a workaround, either way, uncertainty grows. That's gold's best friend. The path may wobble, but the direction? All signs point upward. Thank you. Like and subscribe.